Hey guys, I'm back for another video, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions on a foundation, which is exciting because I haven't purchased a foundation in quite some time. And I'm doing a bunch of different reviews and first impressions in general because I just went shopping at Ulta and I got a bunch of drugstore stuff. I purposely didn't want to get anything high-end because I have so much high-end makeup. I wanted to get drugstore stuff and try it out for you guys because a lot of us don't have money, including me, so I'd rather purchase affordable things that are good than spend 3 times the money on expensive things. Anyway, today's first impression is on the new Maybelline Dream Velvet Mousse Foundation, and this is the Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation. What is surprising to me is that it says it's matte and hydrating at the same time. I don't know how that works because typically matte foundations are meant for like oily skin, so they're going to try to make you more matte. So they're going to make your skin look a little bit drier, but this one says it's hydrating. So I picked up mine in the color 70 Pure Beige. They have this in 12 different colors. I paid $10.99 for this. So this isn't the cheapest foundation, but it's also not the most expensive from the drugstore, so we'll see how it works. So for the packaging, I really like it. It is a tube that you squeeze out, which that's so good because I hate when it's like a pump and you have to wait and like for it to come out and it's this whole thing. So I'm very happy that they did this type of formula. So yeah, props to that. And then when you open it, it's closed, so you have to like take off the little thingy. And it's supposed to come out like a mousse, so we will see how that works. But let me just go over what the foundation claims to do. So it says Maybelline's Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation is a refreshing gel whipped foundation that leaves complexion perfected and smooth with a velvety soft matte finish while skin stays hydrated for 12 hours. And honestly, I need this hydration because it finally got really cold in New York, and I don't know how I feel about that. And I haven't really been moisturizing my skin because I also came back from vacation. So now my skin is like peeling and it's like really dry, especially in this area. So we'll see how the hydration works because it's perfect for today. So the benefits of this foundation are that it's Maybelline's first hydrating matte foundation for 100% velvet smooth perfection. Unique gel whipped formula, ideal for normal to combination skin, medium coverage. How to use. Apply Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation using the Maybelline Dream Blender Foundation Blending Sponge. Now, this sponge I did not purchase. It is basically like a little dome-shaped beauty blender looking thing that comes with a handle. So it looks like a brush kind of, but it just has the sponge on the tip of it. I didn't purchase it because honestly I have so many sponges, so I'll just use my beauty blender. I don't see really how much different that could possibly be, so I'm gonna use my beauty blender. I am not going to prime my face because I just really want to see the effects of this foundation, so I'm just not going to do any of that. I'm just gonna apply it straight from the tube. Okay, so it is very moussey, as I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's very like, it looks kind of thick, but at the same time you can tell that it's more of like a plumped up kind of moussey texture, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to describe products very well. Let's hope that this color matches me. I tried it in the store and it looked like it did match, so we'll just hope for the best right now. So let's do one side of my face first, just to see. And I feel like with a foundation like this, you can kind of apply more than you'd like to because it's moussey, so it'll kind of just blend into your skin a little bit better than a thicker foundation would. So let's see. Oh, so far I like it. It blends out very well despite the fact that I put kind of like a thick layer, I'd say. Blends really nicely. I really like how it kind of like made my skin look really kind of natural. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like without a primer, typically my skin doesn't look this good, because the primer I use kind of gets rid of the pores and stuff, and it kind of just like smooths my skin out. And I feel like it kind of did that all on its own, which is really cool and weird. I really like how it blended out. It doesn't look like I'm wearing too much, despite the fact that I kind of did put on a big layer, so I really like that. Oh wow, okay, so it covered my blemishes pretty well. I had like a few over here. You guys can't even see them on camera anymore. Wow, that's great. I'm surprised because I thought a moussey foundation would be like pretty thin and it wouldn't have that ability to cover as well as a regular kind of liquid foundation. So I'm very pleasantly surprised. But actually hydrates my little dry spots. It definitely did not emphasize my dry spot, which I really like, because typically if you put foundation over a dry area of skin, it will make it look worse, and this foundation didn't, so I really like that. Also, I'm gonna avoid setting my foundation and stuff like that just because I want to really see how it holds up on its own. So I'm gonna go finish the rest of my face and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I just finished applying the rest of my makeup. My camera's literally about to die. I really like how it came out, and I will check in with you in a few hours how it's holding up. I really like how everything blended out with my foundation. So yeah, so far I like it. Hey guys, I'm back for my first update. It is now 12:42 p.m. I've been wearing the foundation since like 8:30, so 4 hours. So I have kind of a lot to say. I did not look at myself at all because I didn't even have like a little mirror with me when I went outside. But I just came home, and so I can see how this foundation is for combination skin and dry skin. I don't see how this is for kind of oily skin. It said it's for normal skin type, right? If I'm not mistaken. It says online that it was for normal to combination skin. Unfortunately, I see it caking up a lot. One thing is that it hasn't oxidized, which I'm really happy about that. And you can still see my blush and my bronzer, which that's a really good sign. But it's very hydrating, which is great. I'm very happy about that. But at the same time, it's so hydrating in those areas where I normally get oily that it makes me look very cakey, and it's kind of breaking apart. I'm going to try to zoom you guys in to show you what I mean. Hopefully you guys can tell. Like in this area over here, kind of, and I would say in my forehead a little bit. It's just like a little bit too cakey. I don't really know how to describe it. Even like over here, you guys can probably tell. But it's just not how I typically like my foundation to be. And I don't want to hate the foundation because in pictures it does look nice and it does match my skin tone well, and it is a good foundation in terms of like being hydrating. So if you have dry skin, this is a great foundation for you. But so far, I'm not digging what's going on over here because the oil in my skin is starting to seep through and it's just not looking very cute. What I'm gonna do is set the foundation with a translucent powder, and we will go on the rest of the day that way. So setting the foundation did help a bit, but honestly, it's still cakey looking, so I really don't know how I'm gonna enjoy it for the rest of the day. I am going to obviously leave it on. I'm not gonna take it off right now because already half of the day went by and there's no point to like redo my makeup, but we'll be back at the end of the day to see how it held up. Right now, I don't love it, but I also don't hate it. Like, I think it matches my skin tone pretty well. It doesn't look very heavy, but it definitely does look heavier than it did when I initially applied it, which is a little bit weird. That doesn't typically happen to me, but whatever. We'll just go on with the day and we'll see. Guys, I'm back for my final review. It is now 9:30 p.m. So I've been wearing this foundation for over 12 hours. And if I'm not mistaken, one of their claims was that it wears for 12 hours and it hydrates your skin for 12 hours. Here are my thoughts on it. First of all, it did stay on very well. It did keep my face hydrated. I don't really feel dry. I also don't feel oily after I set it. So I don't really know. I guess maybe it had to do with that, or maybe with the fact that I didn't put on a primer, which I typically do. So I will be trying this foundation out with a primer, and I will put it somewhere in the video how it wears with a primer so you guys can gain a better understanding of kind of what's going on with this foundation. Other than that, my blush and bronzer did stay on, considering I did rub my face a little bit and like I went like this when I was like sitting and stuff like that. So it did last, and other than that, I don't really have anything bad to say except that it did kind of cake up a little bit, and like in this area it kind of just looks like I might have a little bit of dry skin, but it doesn't feel dry. It's just, I guess the foundation kind of separated and it just kind of looks like that. Other than that, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. The color did not oxidize too much, maybe a little bit. But yeah, other than that, I lasted all day, just like it said it would. It did hydrate my skin. My skin definitely does not feel dry, but it also doesn't feel oily, which I kind of am surprised. I guess that only happened though after I put the powder on, so I don't know if that has to do with it. Foundation is definitely buildable. It said on the website that it was medium coverage, which it definitely is. It might even be full. I would say it's full coverage, but it definitely did stay on very well, and it did do what it claimed to do. So yeah, in that sense, it's all good, and I liked it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have tried this foundation out, please let me know down below what you think of it, if it met your expectations or if it didn't, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.